Hey everybody, I'm Captain Tommy Squirrel, and you were on the lifeboat. I know what you're thinking. Something's different. I don't have my glasses. The ones that I wear to block out the UV rays. I don't have with me, and that does sort of change up the look. So I wanted to come on, everybody. We are progressing very quickly. Thank you in large part to getting on the show last night, which was really an honor. That was a good shot in the arm for the lifeboat. And then today we did another live feed with Ron, and Ron is always a huge shot in the arm here on the lifeboat for bringing a bunch of new subscribers in. So yeah, we're rapidly approaching the 10K mark. Yes, Mustachios Gonero. This started out as an accident. I was actually trimming the mustache, and the device went haywire, and the next thing I knew, like a very large chunk of it was gone. So I went with I'm just going to trim this and I'll get it all even. And that's not possible. And I know that, look, let's start with the painfully obvious. All right. I look 25 years younger. Nothing I can do about that. It's, you can't ask where's the stash on a channel like the Lifeboat. Hey, Todd, that is a very, very kind thing to say, Todd. Much love. Really appreciate you. Appreciate you reaching out. He says hello from Newcastle, Australia. Love you, Tom. The boat has saved a lot of people, and it is continuing to do so. We're blessed beyond belief. We really are. So we're rapidly approaching the 10,000 subscriber mark, which is a very big deal in the world of YouTube for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's going to allow us to do some fundraisers, so we can be a part of some cool things, and that's going to be cool. We've talked in the past about how I would have loved to have raised some money for some people that have been in a bad way, that I was not able to do it the way it would be great if we could do GoFundMe's over on Facebook. We can't. It just opens us up to so many people who are Nigerian. Just being honest. I mean, we get a lot of Nigerian people that really are professional at this, and I've been burned, and so have other people here, and we gotta guard the lifeboat. There's a lot of really large hearts. There are some very, very kind people. Gypsy Daisy, good to see you. So I'm giving everybody a free pass for the next little bit to get all of the good Tommy Scoville no mustache jokes out. The mustache goatee combo will probably start again tomorrow. From time to time, you do have to get down there and make sure that there is actually a lip still under there. And yeah, I know I look much younger, but I'm still going to go back to doing the old thing because those that matter prefer me old. Bach buddy. My 4-year-old cries many days when I did it accidentally once. Wanted the stash back quicker than I could grow it. Yeah, well, I've got some friends that I'm sure would like the stash back quicker than I could grow it, myself being one of them. I'm very much looking forward to having the upper lip covered up again. It's one of those things. And my friends have had a pretty good time. I've been getting grilled. I've been getting grilled by some friends. It's all good. The mustache is coming back, and I may even forego the Just for Men. All right, shut up. I used a little Just for Men. I don't feel like hearing it, so we may even allow it to come in white. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I said it. I'll admit the stash is better, probably because I'm used to it. See, yeah, I mean, a couple of days of me like this, and you'll get used to me. In the interim, you just kind of want to do the slightly white mo. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like Curly or Uncle Fester. So I do need to get the stash back. Fortunately, Johnny Scoville is not here because, well, as much as Johnny loves me, he's unmerciful. So with any luck, Johnny won't catch this until tomorrow. My dad shaved his stash and my mom cried because she thought she looked older than him. Oh, that's classic. See, that's it. You guys just want me to grow the stash back because you know I look younger than all of you now. I'm on to you people. So we're going to do something for the 10,000 subscribers, primarily because I never thought there's any chance that that would happen. So we're going to do something cool for it. There'll be some giveaways from the new merch. If you haven't been over to the merch store, shame on you. There's a lot of really cool stuff over there in the merch store, especially for those that wanted the D equals NC squared. I am ordering one of those and sending it over to Aaron, so he should be putting one of those up on his Tommy Lasorda looks like the lead singer of Midnight Oil. Tommy sort of looks like the lead singer of Midnight Oil. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll take that, I guess. There are worse things people could say I look like. And I know you've already thought it, so knock it off. You're better than that. At least some of you. Oh, they'll come. The jokes will be flying. I am going to do something for the 10,000. We're going to have to order something other than Systroming. That didn't work out very well. So I'm going to be taking suggestions. Go ahead and send me an email of what kind of torture you would like to see. Boy, if peppers weren't on there, I wouldn't be real upset about that. Just saying. I have it on pretty good authority that the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Johnny Scoville is going to be coming to visit me at Casa del Scoville here in Tucson, Arizona. So we'll probably be doing something. Peter Gabriel. Did I get a Peter Gabriel lookalike? Or Peter Garrett. Oh, okay. Peter Garrett. I was going to say Peter Gabriel. I didn't see that at all. Charlie says Vegemite. Charlie is so close. You know, if it was anybody else, man, like I would have booted Charlie months ago. If Charlie wasn't the backbone of the lifeboat, do you think I would let him make Vegemite jokes at every single turn? Never going to happen. You knew how hard your friend tried to get me to eat Vegemite while he was here. He pushed it, but it's not going to happen. Vegemite is not my thing. It really isn't. Todd, I'm glad that you're here. I really am, man. Hit share and copy. It helps with the algorithm. Boy, is there a lot of truth to that, Gypsy. There really is a lot of truth to that. If you missed my earlier show, I had on Russ. Russ is a font of information on all things California prison. So for those of you who are wanting to get a little bit of an update on the Danny Masterson thing, we just finished shooting one of those. It was about an hour or so ago. You might want to go and check that out. It was a good live feed. Going to continue to be doing some stuff with Russ. Russ is he's a lot of fun. He's also getting his channel put together, so there's going to be some opportunity for people to go and check out some cool content. I'm looking forward to seeing what form that takes because Russ is definitely a great guest, really a great guest. So the question becomes, people, how are we doing on our sobriety? As I told you all 2 days ago, I'm going to need about 2 weeks to get this thing into the position that it's going to be in so that you can count on this is what the boat is going to be like. It is going to be better. The people that I'm talking to, I'll be honest, the person that I want to do this with me has shot me down. However, I am nothing if not persistent, and I am going to be asking this person yet again. I don't think that I could get this individual to do this on a daily basis. I do think I could get this individual in once a week, as will be the goal from this point forward on the lifeboat. If I'm going to have somebody that's going to sit in here, I want them to be considerably more intelligent than I am. I think that that's going to make for a great dynamic. And there are a couple of guys and a couple of gals that I am very seriously considering co-anchoring with me for a couple of shows. Because of their particular expertise, I think it would be a real benefit. There are going to be some other things that are coming up. Johnny Scoville is going to be in town, and Johnny and I are a lot of fun on camera together. We're going to be doing some things together as well. So there'll probably be some torture and some silliness, but we're going to get a very solid routine of when we will be able to go. Oh, cool, CK. Glad. We're going to get to a point where there's going to be a very, very set schedule for what you can do all about your sobriety. And then on top of that, there's going to be a lot more. And that's going to be the goal. There's going to be a lot of stuff that is going to be members only. And we're going to be rolling that out this week, not as in today, tomorrow, and the next one, but starting next Monday. All of the merch should be up by next Friday. There's a couple of more designs that are going up that you can check out. We've got some cool things that are being done. But I am going to be announcing next week what the full-time schedule for the lifeboat is going to be. Don't worry, there are going to be some 5 and 5s. There may be some shorter stuff that we throw in because we want to make sure that this is going to be the greatest support group that we can get going. In the interim, I am going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to be pulling more slack than a lot of you are used to. And that's going to be one of the reasons that we shorten up some of these so that I don't burn myself out. I don't want a bunch of emails from people telling me I'm doing too much. Go back and watch what I did in the beginning, right? There was when you're on fire for this thing and when you're really in love with what you're doing with the boat, then that adrenaline can carry you. And I promise I'm not going to do anything that's going to be putting me in any kind of harm's way. All right. I promise you, with the exception of accidentally removing all of the hair from my face. I don't know. I'm really a cat that needs hair, right? This worked a long time ago. Now I just kind of look like, I don't know, creepy. So don't trip. The hair will be back. And we are going to be taking recommendations for the celebration of what we are going to do for the 10,000th subscriber. It is coming. It's coming very, very quickly. We're averaging these days more than 100 subscribers a day. Hard to keep. I mean, if you've been on the boat for any length of time, can you imagine? I mean, I remember a day when if we got 100 subscribers in 2 months, we were thinking, the boat is there. Noise offer, good to see you, bud. Bring water. Excellent advice. I think that a lot of what happened with me was dehydration. I really do. I am spending a lot of time swilling water these days, I promise. See that? I just proved it. And I have a new counselor in my life. I told you people that it is very important that when you do what I do, you have a counselor that you can talk to and sort of unload on and talk about the things that are hard, because I deal with problems of a lot of people, and it's you become intimate with it whether you want to or not. See that? I like the clean shaving and squinting look. Why, thank you so much. It's a kind thing to say, I think. The squinting thing is a Clint Eastwood affectation that sadly I think I'm stuck with for the rest of my life because I've just been doing it forever. But the clean shaven look. Thinking of doing Dr. Phil for Halloween. We'll see how that works out. I do like to do Dr. Phil. I'm not going to lie to you. Because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't teach him algebra. Dr. Phil's a fool, and he's so much fun to make fun of. So do give your suggestions in for the 10K, people. We're going to celebrate this. This is going to be a big one. Honestly, if you had asked me a while ago, I probably would have said, you know what, I'd be celebrating 10,000 because I doubt there's any chance we're ever going to see 20, right? That was kind of the mindset. I really truthfully believe that this is the beginning of something much larger. I think we'll see 20,000, but I do want to celebrate. Let's see what we got here. Nancy Ives says, sobriety is tough this time of year. Last month was my daughter's birthday. She passed in an auto accident, looks like 16 years ago at age 23. And now come the holidays. Ugh, I'm getting through it, though. You know what, Nancy? The best thing that you can do is come here and tell people that, because you're going to find that everybody goes through what you're going through. I've talked a lot about what the holidays meant to me in prison. And for me, it was white knuckling. It was like this the entire time. And I still struggle with the holidays, even on the streets, because I think about the holidays I missed and the time I could have been with my kids when they were young and the times I could have spent with my dad before he died. And I struggle with the holidays mightily. The difference is that out here, I can talk about it all the time. I can get it out. I don't hold that in. And Nancy, if this is a time when you're hurting, the best thing that you could be doing is doing exactly what you're doing right now, because we want you to know you're not alone. This is something that everybody goes through, especially if, you have the added loss of, of someone that meant so much to you. And obviously the loss of a child is unlike any other loss. I have no point of reference on it. The only point of reference I know is from dealing with a lot of people who have endured it. And it seems to me to be it's a type of loss that no one can wrap their brain around unless they've been there. I don't know what you're going through, but I do know that sharing it with others who have been there. And I know people right now that are coming to mind, and I feel strange putting it out there, but talk to Awakened, because Awakened is not just someone who understands exactly what you're going through, but she's articulate and she's healing and she's just a beautiful person. I think it would be a great, it would be great for you to link up. Well, Cindy Lou Hart thinks the new look is good. 1 in 100. Cindy, you're my new favorite person, or in the running. Got to be really careful when you say that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people on the lifeboat. I'm sorry. Wow, that's funny. Tommy looks like DC's Kingpin went on Jenny Craig. Oh, well, that may be the meanest of them, but at least it's well thought out. Well done. Well played. Lydia English. Hi, I'm from Florida. Well, welcome, Florida. We're glad to have you here on the lifeboat. Today, we are kind of letting our hair down. The reason being we are rapidly approaching the 10,000 mark, which is something that we didn't think was going to happen back in the day. We love the idea of the lifeboat. However, it is a difficult concept to get out to other people. And we were really blessed in that we became an expert on the Growing Up in Scientology channel. And that has really opened doors. Surviving the Survivors last night was great. Thank you, Quiet Girl, for facilitating that. And thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody who is continuing to do the same thing, to reach out to all these platforms, because it is doing exactly what we wanted it to do. It is pushing the lifeboat forward. And because of that, it's the level of growth. The level of growth that we tend to see picks up in ways that you can't imagine. I started this saying that we were at 9,725 was where we were at, and we want to get to obviously to 10,000. We are at 9,793. I think there's a real good chance we will end this live feed above 800, which means that we're looking at tomorrow, more than likely, people, that we're going to hit the 10K. Every day is a gift, Cindy Lou. Boy, there's no question to that. So we're going to see the 10,000 mark, people. And the great thing about the 10,000 mark is that as soon as it hits 10,000, as soon as you see that 10K mark, it goes to 10,001. And then the first 10,000 are in the rearview mirror, and it's time to look forward. Please, I don't do the YouTube thing a lot, but please hit the bell for notification, right? So that every time we go live, you hear about it. Please, you're not going to, it's going to be the best way that you can until you start to really mesh with people here. The more you're here, the better off you're going to be. It actually works. It really does. So give it a try. That's number one. Then go ahead and hit the thumbs up. It absolutely moves the algorithm forward. And you know what? We're seeing it for a channel of the age that we're at, and a channel with a very, very, this channel has a very unusual subject matter, and it's not a feel-good one. It really isn't. It is for those of us that are getting sober. But for those people who are in the life, we're a nightmare. I'm Captain Tommy Buzzkill, right? I'm the guy that tells you that you shouldn't be getting high. And truthfully, it's not what I'm telling people, but that's certainly what people assume it is. Every new subscriber is a win, Gypsy Daisy. Boy, you are absolutely right. And that's the way I look at it. My brother Johnny is really a big fan of saying that, did I get that right? Who has to do the chugging? Oh, no. See, someone's talking about me chugging something. I don't like the idea at all. In fact, don't you realize that stuff is poison? I'm not sure what you want me to chug, but you like Captain Tommy Buzzkill? Well, that's who I am. I mean, that's honestly, like, if you had a party and everybody was getting ready and they're getting their works out, and someone would go, oh, look, check it out, Tommy Scoville here. Everyone would be like, okay, put that away, right? Which is ironic because of how I spent my whole life. But I am definitely Tommy Buzzkill. That's so my brother Johnny is always a big fan of saying, every view you get, somebody that shows up that is asking for help, and that's different than a view. And I'm not against a vinegar chug. Like, send that to me in an email. If more people want a vinegar chug, then I'm going to chug vinegar. I'm not. I don't like any of these things, right? I'm not picking them going, oh, cool. I get to eat a 1,000-year-old egg. Like I'm not looking forward to any of these. But what they do is they bring in about 1,000 subscribers, right? And 1,000 subscribers means a lot of people that need help. And if one of them gets helped, then I'll eat a 1,000-year-old fish egg or whatever. I've signed up for this. This is what it's been. And if you think that kind of stuff is embarrassing, you should come on here without a mustache. Huh? You believe this stuff? If you look, you can see that there was a time way back in the day where I was a handsome devil. And then that old age thing just jumps on you and it just gets ugly. It really does. Sketty. I need to make some of that. You're not allowed to start doing that while I'm here. A swig of vinegar is actually good for the gut once in a while. Well, I believe that. But there's a lot of things that are good for you that I have no intention of having anything to do with. They say kale is excellent for you, but it tastes like what happens if you turn the propeller on your boat backwards after you've spent a day on the lake. Not really for me. You know what I'm saying? What are you laughing at, Alan Valentine? Boy, you know what? See how easy it is getting the visa the next time you want to come over here, pal. Going to be like, Alan who? No, he didn't stay here last time. He said something about pulling a bank job. At 10,000, do a Mr. Clean impression. Well, it's a little late for that, isn't it? I mean, all I got to do is put my earring in. I am Mr. Clean. Run a marathon without training for 10,000. You obviously know my brother. My brother did that. Human. Run a marathon without training for 10,000 subscribers. Do you just want me to hurt Human? I mean, I'm willing to give that a try, but I think that would kill me. I'm not sure that I could do it. What I was thinking was something more along the lines of, maybe a 24-hour live feed where we could go over kind of the history of how we got to where we are, probably bring in some guest stars for that. But I was thinking a 24-hour live feed and maybe a couple of disgusting challenges during that live feed. You eat sugared dryer lint and candy corn, but won't eat kale. First of all, there's nothing wrong with sugared dryer lint. Have you tried it? Don't mock it until you try it, Lady J, because I feel like you're bad-mouthing something you haven't tried, because it really is. It's excellent, especially if it's like a strawberry flavored of the dryer lint stuff. What have we got here? Whoa, see, this is a thinker. Nancy Ives says, I vote for a squirrel-a-thon. I have been working with somebody that wants to take every single time that I said, and this is a squirrel in a basket, and edit it into one video, which I think would be really funny if we just did like a squirrel compilation. That could happen. We're cutting close, because I'm telling you, people, this 10,000 is going to come very, very quickly. And it's because of all of you and all of the love that we've received as the boat. In fact, it's going to be 800. We're at 9,799. So it's going really, really quickly. And that is a beautiful thing. And you know what, folks? Every once in a while, I'm going to come here and we're going to do this number, right? We're going to flex a little bit. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. We've put in a lot of effort. When I say we, I mean every single person here. When you guys, I'll give you an example, right? Last week, the boat was shared 211 times. 211 times. Somebody watching this said, I'm going to share this to a friend of mine. That builds channels. That's the organic stuff that builds channels. That's why when you do this, right, it never drops all the way back down, because we pick people up who are honestly organically building this. So it's one of those situations where you get 300 views, right? And all of a sudden you're getting 50,000 views. Well, when that ends, you're not going to be at 300, right? When you end now, you're at 1,000, and that's a huge chunk. So then you get the next huge bump. And when it tails back off, you're at 2,000. And this is, to build a YouTube channel, people, is a ridiculously long process. It is thankless. You get trolls who crap all over you. You get people who don't think that you're giving them enough attention. You get people who think that you're giving other people too much attention. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, and it is worth every single moment of it. I promise you. It really is. Gypsy Daisy, you look fantastic in green. Thank you, and welcome to the party. People, there is nothing like building a YouTube channel for, there's nothing more fulfilling, honestly. It's been incredible. But that said, we have had a mission here from the word go, right? There's a lot of things that we wanted to get done. So it wasn't a random, I've been contacted by people that said to me, can you give me advice on starting a YouTube channel? And I say, sure, absolutely I can. And I say, what is it you're trying to get across with your channel? What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, what's the goal of the channel? There's something you want to, well, I kind of want to start, maybe making money. If your hope is to make money on YouTube, find a different way to make a living. Like you're going to do better on DoorDash. Very few people make money on YouTube, right? Anything sizable. And they work so hard. I don't think you can imagine. Alan Valentine got to come over here for 2 weeks, and he got to watch me in semi-vacation. But Alan has an appreciation for what it takes to run a YouTube channel now. And we talked about it many times when he was here, where he just said, I just had no idea. I just had no idea, that it never stops. It's smooted out. I don't know if I know what smooted means. You got to help me with this one, Wharton Thistle. I don't know what smooted is. Smoot. Can someone help me with the smooted? Yeah, Alan, I'm sure is working with a little bit of jet lag. Smoothed it out. Oh, well, that makes more sense. Correct. It's high and tight, and I promise you, people, it's not going to stay that way for long. I do enjoy covering my upper lip. It's one of those things. So smooth shaven, I got you now. And yeah, smooth shaven I am. I should have let you look at it, because I kind of just butchered half, and I was trying to trim it so it was thicker on one half and not on the other. And I was thinking to myself, if I filmed like this, for like a week or two, I could grow it back in and no one would notice. Decided to just let it go. No, having a channel is no less demanding than having kids, says the real scummy. I agree with you 100%. Now, depending on what it is your channel is on, if you have a lot of interaction, it looks like Tommy's younger brother. Yeah, it really does, right? If you're going to have a lot of interaction between you and your audience, then it's really like that. It's like having kids, because you start to worry about them. I got an email today from somebody, a text message today from somebody that that we made a reference to the other day when we said CK, because we were looking for Cultivate Kindness, and Cultivate Kindness has been gone, and it's really been hard on me, because I didn't know where she was, and she's just a great member of the boat, and I know that she's struggling. And I got a text from her today that said, "No, I'm sober. I'm doing great. I'm still doing what I'm doing. I tried to get a message to you, but it was." You know what? It's like a kid. It really is. It's like somebody in your family that you really love reaching out and telling you that they're okay, and it really made life easier. John Doe says chicks dig stashes. Well then, there's now look at me. Now I'm really screwed, because I need all the help I can get in that category. Are you kidding me? Actually, no, I'm not looking, people. I'm kidding. I'm married to the lifeboat. And my muse and my lifeboat. Well, I appreciate your candor, Wharton, and I know what you're going through, man. And it is a really tough thing. And the more that you can, share that and let people know, the better you're going to be. See this one up here, people? That's Miss Dragon. Miss Dragon is over. Hey, Squirrel Nut. Miss Dragon is over the 1,000 mark, right? And she is building toward that 4,000 hours, I believe. So everybody that can get over, I'm telling you, this is the greatest piece of advice in the world. And she's not saying it because she's not allowed to. They have rules on that. But if by some chance you were falling asleep tonight and 2 or 3 of your devices happen to be watching her while you fell asleep, wouldn't be a bad idea. I did it last night. It's we'd like to see her get there. We'd like to see everybody that is building for what we do, right? We just want us to be a support group. And you know something? It's not a zero-sum game. If all of you started a channel, I'd be happy, right? I don't have any desire to be the king of the anything. I would like to be the person that thought, hey, this works way better online than it does in the real world, and then everybody can come and bring their specific flavor. And some people will like, column A, and some people will like column B, and some people will pick a little from each, and they'll catch a meeting here and a meeting there. And we could get to a point where 24 hours a day is covered, right? So I'm rooting for every single person that wants to start a channel. Let's get over to Miss Dragon. Let's support her. She does good stuff. Okay. That would make me really happy. And she's got 1,000 subscribers, people. That's huge. That puts you into rarefied air. I promise you. We look at people that, like Aaron, and you see people that have, 5 and 10,000 people or whatever. Getting that 1,000 is the hardest. That's the hardest you're ever going to get. Getting the hundreds even harder, but getting to that first 1,000. So big props to Miss Dragon. Let's get over there and support her as a channel. That's what we do, right? We support one another, people. We're damn near famous for it. So get over there and please support her. That would make everybody happy. Well, you really should be eating cemetery. Now that you're in the land of Arizona, you should be eating Sonoran hot dogs. Ask Alan Ballantyne. You'll thank me for this. The Sonoran hot dog is absolutely one of the best. Alan and I have a mutual friend from Los Angeles who has been sending us to a sandwich shop here in town that is also fantastic. And she is just a lovely person too. We've been trying to maybe get her to do some things. Everybody's trying to get I'd like to get her on the show, but she's a very busy person, so we'll see how that pans out. But I am trying to put together some cool stuff. Cindy Lou says everyone should get an anchor tattoo. You know what? I like the idea of may get an artist to draw something like that up that we could put out in flash art, so that if anybody wanted to get it, they could. I like that idea. I really do. I like that idea. And we could get that up on the merch store that would cost nothing. So you could just get it, bring it to the guy, have him put it on. I'll look into that. And by that, I mean, I'll make Spanx Calhoun go to work. He's been doing a fantastic job. He's been working really, really hard. Our site is up. We're just having a problem getting GoDaddy to throw the switch, but the site is up. It is www.thelifeboat.live. Thelifeboat.live. Tampa B, I think did you change your icon, Tampa B? CK, looking good in green. You know what? You're all making a really good, your timing is epic on that, because there's going to be a lot of members only stuff going up. A lot of the members only stuff going up is going to be a little bit more controversial. I'm not going to step on anybody's politics or any of that, but you're going to hear some stories from the past that are probably a little bit tougher. There's going to be some prison stuff. You can absolutely back out. You don't have to watch it, but it's going to be kind of behind the paywall, because that way the people that want to see it can see it. The people that don't want to see it will never have to, and it will never be put in their face. And I think that that's something that is going to work out. I love it. Thank you, CK. Welcome. You know what? Snotface donated 5 memberships. I can't see that when that happens, and I don't find out about it until after the fact, and it bums me out every time. So thanks so much, Snot. If you see Snotface, thank her for me, and I know I'll see her on one of the other ones. Cemetery says I need to go on a hike in Arizona before I leave. I'm going to recommend Finger Rock. I think that Alan Ballantyne would back me up on this. Simple little, just a hop, skip, and a terrifying climb that will leave you absolutely, horrified trying to climb back down. Really, really tough, man. It's but Finger Rock. See, even Alan backed me up. He said just a leisurely stroll. You'll enjoy it. It almost killed Alan Ballantyne. I actually watched his head bounce off of a stone. It made this horrendous noise. If it had been anybody else, I would have laughed hysterically. But because it was Alan, I barely snickered. It wasn't even fun. Cemetery, I could probably be talked into a leisurely stroll. I don't know how tough a hike, whether we could do Finger Rock. My health right now is kind of in limbo, but I am going to reach out to you, and we will talk about that, since I know that you're in town. And people, since we are in the developmental stage, that would be the developmental stage of exactly where the boat is going to be going. Make no mistake, it's a sobriety channel. We're going to be celebrating sobriety forever. We're going to be opening it up to some new things. And the reason for that is we are finding out what brings in new crew members. And that's my goal. That has always been my goal. It is always going to be my goal. Harley, you are so lucky that I am here because I am going to enlighten you on one of the greatest things of all time. But that's what we're going to continue to do, people. And it's going to resemble the boat, I promise you, but you're going to like it better. And if you don't, I'll just block you and eliminate you. And then no one will ever know that you ever complained about it. It's going to work perfectly. I'm kidding. You can, you absolutely do not have to agree. But I think that what I'm putting together is something that people are really going to love. Extra red number 2 says the Cynic is a Sonoran hot dog. A Sonoran hot dog is wrapped in bacon. It is then put in a bun, and instead of it being a normal bun, they cut kind of like a diamond shape out of the top, which they fill with pico de gallo, and then they put in they drizzle it with sour cream, and then each restaurant that makes a Sonoran dog usually has their own kind of a special or a magic sauce that they drizzle over the top of it as well. There's some onions and some tomatoes and stuff diced up there as well. There are only a few things on the planet that taste better than a Sonoran hot dog. And most of them are considerably more expensive than a Sonoran hot dog. The Manitou incline is so much fun. I don't know where that is. I was, however, taken to an incline by Alan Ballantyne, which looked remarkably like the side of a building, like that kind of incline where, you know, your hands were here and the dirt was right there and your stomach was touching. And Alan was saying, it's going to be a lot easier if we go up this way. You watch. This is going to be the easy one. He's a good guy to climb with. Don't listen to anything he says, but dude, you look 20 years younger. The Puffinator just got the you are the only person in the entire Lifeboat I Like award. So congratulations, Puffinator, who says I look 20 years younger. You realize that puts me into the 20-something range, correct? Everybody get that? Right into the 20-something range. And that's it. I will no longer be growing back the mustache. You can all get used to it. The Puffinator has spoken, and I like it. Never heard of a Sonoran hot dog, Lady J says. Well, we may just have to have we may have to have some kind of a Lifeboat convention where we do it in this side of the country, because the Sonoran hot dog. I mean, look, hot dogs are hot dogs, right? They're garbage. I mean, let's be really honest. Hot dogs are not like, you know, they're not upper level food until it becomes a Sonoran hot dog. And then it is absolutely ridiculous. The pepper is a roasted chili gura. Okay. He seems to know. 29 again, Miss Dragon. You got to love Miss Dragon. See, she gets it. 29 again. 29 again. Chase the Heat just showed up, and I knew it was coming. Here it comes. Hello, Johnny. Good to see you. Okay, Galactic Star Bunny says, lately I've been using gamma hydroxybutyrate. Yes, I understand it's considered the date rape drug, but at smaller controlled doses, it's a hell of a buzz, and I can't seem to quit. Okay, I have a decent amount of experience with blinatraan, which is the drug that you're taking. If by some chance it is what you're taking, if you're taking actual gamma hydroxybutyrate, if you are getting the stuff that they're giving out for people who have narcolepsy, right? If you are taking the real deal gamma hydroxybutyrate, it is going to be very, very difficult to quit. It's going to be very difficult to quit. It is not an easy substance. I would talk to a doctor. It's odd that it's odd that you're getting it. It doesn't get written out. And I was corrected on this during one of my earlier videos. It is written for narcolepsy and for some other ailments, but it is not written very often. Please talk to a doctor about quitting. It is an unusual substance to just cold turkey off of, so please talk to a doctor. That would be fantastic. Heather Joy says, please check out this video on my channel tomorrow afternoon at StreamYard.com. Do me a favor, everybody. When I take this down, if we could put that, if one of the mods could put that up and keep it up in the chat, just sort of cycle it through so that it stays there, so that everybody sees that Heather is going to be going live on her channel tomorrow. Heather is going to be doing some pretty exciting stuff. It's this is the start, people. Much like SPTV as a an umbrella, and I'm fairly proud to consider myself part of that umbrella. Uh, how do I access the videos you'll be doing for members? Just go to where it says members only CK and click on it, and that will do it. And there are some there already, but there'll be many more coming. The way that SPTV has an umbrella over in a lot of channels. In a perfect world, I would really like to see a connection kind of a situation where what were you talking about, Johnny? I would like to see where there are a lot of people that are. Oh, Johnny, you were talking about shaving off your goatee. Well, I don't know what you're waiting on, bro. Your goatee needs to go. Absolutely, your stuff needs to go. I think that I would love to see a connection, kind of a umbrella over all of the channels out there that are of the firm belief that the opposite of addiction is connection, the opposite of suffering is connection, the opposite of mental illness is connection, the opposite of so many things that we struggle with every day is just the basic connection between us and people we care about. And I want to tell you something. It is possible to build relationships, even if those relationships start online, that can connect people in ways that you probably didn't realize you could. I have come to learn that it is very possible to develop feelings of love that are very real for people that you meet online. And to have Alan come out was a great example. You know, here's a guy that I've been talking to week in, week out for hours and hours, and doing it for years. And you know, from the time he got in the car, it was like having a brother in there. There was never an awkward moment. It was just absolutely fantastic. And I am learning that love transcends, and I'm finding more and more of it. And I couldn't be more excited to see the connections and what these connections are doing. My life is better today than it was 2 weeks ago. And I am very confident that 2 weeks from today, I'll be able to say the same thing. Amy says, connection is the key to all those things for sure. It's the truth. It really is. And I'm learning so much about those connections. I thought I had a handle on it, and I don't. And it's a lot of fun realizing that this goes so much bigger and so much beyond what we ever thought it could be. You know, we're learning, and I'm learning every day. You know, it's been an adventure with the Danny Masterson thing, because there's just so much of that process that I wasn't privy to. And what I mean by that more than anything else is the Jane Does and what these people went through. It is so easy to watch any kind of court proceedings and see how the major news organizations will deal with it. And the people who were abused in this fall by the wayside. And that's heart-wrenching. And I think that the beauty of social media is that we don't have to put up with that crap. And we can talk about what's really important, and we can talk about things like that. And that is magic. Tampa B, thank you so much. Tampa B says the connection is absolutely why I am here. And you know what? Tampa B is an awesome example of how it's freaky to think back now and try to come up with a time in your head when Tampa B wasn't here. And it's funny how fast that happens on the lifeboat, but it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And it's connection. It's the proof of it. Yeah, we had a great time, Alan. There's no question. We're going to have and we are going to be having a great time the next time around. I know that he will be back. We have to go and settle a bowling thing at the in Los Angeles. There's been a lot of trash talk about Alan feeling he was the better of the bowlers, and I mean, I don't know if any of the ladies that were there that night were here, but if they were, they would back up the fact. I was definitely the bowler, but we'll let him back. You know what? Tampa has been just so supportive of the boat and so supportive of everybody here, and we're blessed to have her. I know it looks like a him. It's not. The name throws everybody off. But. Cemetery, please reach out to me tomorrow as well. All right, people, we are about at the 45-minute mark. And you know what? I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Just a couple of shows back to back. And I think I'm going to go and cool off. I am still healing up a bit. And I didn't wear my glasses, which is not good. But I am Captain Tommy Scoville. I will be back tomorrow, people, in the AM. And we're getting it buttoned up. We're getting the new boat. The 2.0 is coming together. Thank you for your patience, everybody. It means the world to me. I'm Captain Tommy, and this here is a cat in the basket. Not just a cat in the basket. It's the cat in the basket. Get you a good kitty. Good night, everybody. We love you.